Jockey Club proudly presents the 25th annual Year 2000 Canadian Trotting Classic Championship Final. And they're off and trotting. A poor start along the inside for PJ's Nabby, who's gapped out off the field. Driving first to the top goes Plesac. That's Plesac forging to the front. First Levesque goes with him on the inside. Jim's Boy is third. Tracks crossing over from fourth, and Credit Winner is out well into the top five. Yankee Paco is sixth. Burnt Hanover is seventh. Scott, my boy, is eighth. Earl of Stormont ninth on the inside. And PJ's Nabby had a tentative start and is penalized back there in 10th. Making front into the first turn was Plesac and Jim Curran in 27 and 4. Plesac, the leader, tracks is off stride on the outside. Driving up now comes Credit Winner to challenge for the lead. Credit Winner is driving to the top. Plesac is going to yield the lead and sit back in second. First Levesque racing from third. Jim's Boy is fourth. Here comes Yankee Paco moving to the outside from fifth. Burnt Hanover is second over six. Scott, my boy, is seventh. In the backfield, eighth on the outside, Earl of Stormont. PJ's Nabby in tracks now 10th after the break. And it's Credit Winner and Jim Martinez passing the half, 59 and 1. Pedestrian second quarter of 31 and 2/5. Credit Winner, no challenger yet. Moving into the final turn, but Yankee Paco is coming on the outside. Plesac is right there in a great spot in the pocket, and on the inside fourth for First Levesque. There's the second over, Burnt Hanover moving up, and Earl of Stormont sweeping up to be in sixth. Jim's Boy is now back in seventh in a heavy fog, and then it's back to Scott, my boy. PJ's Nabby in tracks is 10th on the outside. The head stretch leader is Credit Winner. Yankee Paco is trying to come to him. Plesac is in the pocket, and Burnt Hanover is on the outside fourth, 1:30 and 1/5, and they turn for home off three quarters in the Canadian Trotting Classic Final. A big-time sprint is on now. Credit Winner had his own way, but Yankee Paco is trying to wear him down. Trevor Ritchie is moving up with Yankee Paco. Yankee Paco on the outside. Yankee Paco got the Canadian Trotting Classic Final. He collared Credit Winner on the wire. Plesac was third. Yankee Paco wins the Canadian Trotting Classic in 1:57 and 3. There to Woodbine's infield winner's circle is number 5, Yankee Paco. Last year's Canadian Breeders' Champion. And this year, the winner of the Canadian Trotting Classic 25th Annual for the record purse of over $840,000. From Yankee Playgirl, bred by Yankee Land Farms of Frederick, Maryland. Owned by Harry and Dr. Tom Ivey of Mineral Point, Wisconsin and Cincinnati, Ohio. Trained by Doug McIntosh and driven to victory by Trevor Ritchie. His first win in 4 this year and a life's mark, 1:57 and 3. Couldn't have been at a better time to capture the Canadian Trotting Classic Final with the trophy presentation and congratulations being offered by the President and Chief Executive Officer of the Ontario Jockey Club, Woodbine and Mohawk, Mr. David Wilmot, making the presentation of the Canadian Trotting Classic Final Trophy. Also joined in the winner's circle by Mrs. Susan Wilmot, along with David Wilmot and Jamie Martin, the Vice President of the Standardbred Racing Division of the Ontario Jockey Club.
The year 2000 Canadian Trotting Classic in the books. I've got the winning connections here. First of all, driver Trevor Ritchie. I guess Yankee Paco may have showed signs last week that he was coming around. He had 2 breaks in his first 2 starts, but last week much better. Were you confident coming in this week?
I really was. He raced real good last week, and we've had some problems with him early, making little breaks in that, and Doug did change a few things, and he said he warmed up great tonight, and he was right. He was right on his game.
Let's talk about tonight's trip. You were in the unenviable spot of having to come first over. The fractions, though, were slow. A slow half, slow to the 3 quarters. Did that work in your favor in allowing you to get into the race?
Well, yeah, that wasn't a trip really I was looking for, but like you say, the fractions, we weren't going a whole lot, and he was ready to go, so I just moved him over and kind of eased him up there, and the head of the lane we said go, and he went.
And Credit Winner opened up a little bit on you turning for home. At that point, did you think you could get him?
Yeah, I still had horse. I was just being careful. I wanted to get off the turn before I really said go to him, and once we got off the turn and got him squared away, he was good.
Trevor, congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Doug McIntosh, winning trainer. First 2 starts this year, 2 breaks. I guess that's all behind you now.
Yes, thank God.
Were you able to pinpoint at that time what was causing the breaks?
Well, the first week, Trevor said he just thinks he tried to shut him off a little too much. He was anxious first start. And the second week at Hazel Park, the track was deep, and he touched a knee, which he hadn't done before, so we put a pair of knee boots on him and made a couple changes.
Obviously, it paid off. In watching the race tonight, what was going through your mind, say, at the 3/4 pole?
Butterflies.
Did you think you could get there, though?
I have a lot of faith in this horse. I've trained a lot of horses for a lot of years. This is the best animal I've ever trained.
Obviously, Hambletonian bound. What's next for the colt?
I guess we'll sit down and look at it, but likely Peterborough, Ontario sires.
All right, Doug, congratulations.
I'd like to say hi to my son Dylan that's watching from Pompano Beach, Florida. Hi, Dylan.
All right, and hi to everybody else. Again, congratulations to the Winning Connections. It was a classic. This year, Yankee PACO